Yo, what is going on, everybody? Caveman Jack back for another album reaction slash review, and we are back live from the studio. Yo, man, it has been a hectic year. I feel like I haven't really been able to get to the music I've been wanting to check out. I feel like life has just, like it does, taken a hold, and so many different shifting priorities, and I've really struggled to find time to listen to new music. Thankfully, I've got a lot of great music that I've checked out in the past that has carried me through this time period. But I do miss checking out new music, and there's been some fantastic albums that have dropped. Hopefully, can get through a fair few of them and keep going back to some of those classics. But today is an artist that really means a lot to me. I say that a lot on the channel. I understand that, but there's certain artists that have kind of been with me for a fair period of time, and the likes of Daniel Caesar and well, this artist in particular, Joji. It's always really, really special when Joji releases new music. Time does fly, and it feels really special to be back in this world. I'm not sure what we're going to kind of get on this record. I didn't listen to the lead single. I haven't listened to anything from this record. I know it's been out for a little while now. Smithereens, I felt like was it was a strange album for me because I loved it so much, but I really longed for more. It was quite a short record. I think it was like 25 minutes or something. It was really short. Nectar, his second record, was fairly long. So it was trippy going from Nectar, which had a lot of content, to Smithereens, which was a lot shorter. Ballads one, iconic, really iconic for Joji's discography. This is his fourth record, I believe. It's his fourth studio release. And I also believe this is his first time on his own label going independent. So really exciting for Joji. Really excited to see where we go on this record. I'm just very keen to stop the busyness of life for about an hour or so, sit back and listen to an artist who I have a lot of admiration for. This is Piss in the Wind, iconic album title by Joji. Shitballs, man. That is a incredibly distorted.
Pixelated kisses got me going insane. Replicate this moment from a million miles away. Waiting for the signal, baby, never make a sound. If you never hear from me, all the satellites are down. Yeah, they're all fucking down. Falling through the atmosphere right now. Baby, are you really down? Baby, are you really down?
Album intro here. Incredible distortion on that instrumentation. Oh my god. It was really disarming at first, but as the songs progress, you just start to fall into it. Really great beat, and that droniness in the background, that synth. Alright, let's keep it moving. Love that.
Cigarette light, not again, never mind. I can read your mind through the black tan. Cigarette light, just in time on the west side. She knows she'll never go back there. Cigarette light, not again, never mind. I can read your mind through the black tan. Cigarette light, just in time on the west side. She knows she'll never go back there. Every word, every smile, every frown, every crack, all fingers on the map. You could trace it back, hard back cover every day. You could read the same facts like tenfold. You could read it back like tenfold, but you never see me running back from the end. So guess it really ends like that. I'ma never come back, I'ma never come. Cigarette light, not again, never mind. I can read your mind through the black tent.
Those strings in the back kind of gives it a little bit more intimate feeling to that instrumentation. So far, first two tracks, I've just really enjoyed the beats. I feel like Joji sat on that song, Cigarette, really nicely. And I just like the little intimate nature we got in the instrumentation sprinkled throughout. Oh, okay, I'm liking this shit. It's good. Hey, Joji, what you got? What you got, man? Fairly instrumental track, this one. Oh man, it is some. Man, it feels like such a time capsule. I feel like I've listened to this guy for so damn long now, man. It takes me back. Oh man, let's just keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it. Love You Less. Next track. Here we go. I don't know what this one's going to be like. Man, a bit more up-tempo than what we usually get, I think. At least I'm finding.
Just too much. Can't get enough of you, no, but you won't set me free. You want me the more I don't show up. When I'm ready, you're not ready. Trying to carry this love, and it's heavy on my sides.
I'm loving that each of the tracks kind of flowing into each other quite nicely. Love You Less, that the idea around, feels like one's pulling closer, one's pulling further away, and then it just kind of the opposite happens, and it's just that push and pull, and they just can't find that right happy medium where they're both fully in. So that one there, super high tempo, upbeat, even though like the lyricism is quite melancholic. It's interesting to hear Joji on those more kind of upbeat. There's definitely those tracks on previous albums that do that. This one very much falls in that camp as well, where you've got that really up tempo nature of the instrumentation. There was a couple points during the verses where I felt like, and again, I'm not sure if it's just the way my mix is, but I'm hearing the instrumentation a lot louder than his vocals, which I prefer to hear his vocals as a kind of the main instigator of the track and the main driving force, but felt like some of that instrumentation was so heavy around him that it got lost a couple of times for me. So repeated listens, I'm keen to see if that was just a first listen thing, if it was just something that the track is trying to do. So we'll go back to that one for sure to kind of see how it rounds out for me. But first four tracks, I feel like we're getting some classic Joji feeling. I think he's also pushing a little bit here. I think that track there definitely lent into a sound that he doesn't do too often. He does do it, but not a lot. So we're kind of getting into the throes of the album now. So let's keep it moving. Okay, so back to this kind of slow feel. It's only a short track, so I'm not sure if this will just be an instrumental, but it is beautiful so far.
If it only gets better from here. If it only gets better from here. Then what's there to change about it? See, I just won't think about it. Everything aligns, I won't shy away. All we have is time, and you made it look so easy. Can you let me shine when you said that you were mine? All that energy, left it all behind, and I still don't believe it. I wanna stay forever. Just love me better. Just love me better.
Guys, next track's gonna be very interesting. GIVÄON's on it. I think this could work really well.
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Found the sky that you don't live in no more. And her breathing in the night left you behind. Not chasing your ghost no more. Yeah, all the constellations, they no longer hold a piece of you. Now I can finally say that I stopped looking for that piece of you.
Finally found another sky. You're not on my mind like you used to be. Cloudy every other night. Trying to forget all that you were for me. When I fell into you, hesitating, unsure what to do. All the reasons why left you behind.
I'm feeling fine. Found the sky that you don't live in no more. And her breathing in the night left you behind. Not chasing your ghost no more. Yeah, all the constellations, they no longer hold a piece of you. Now I can finally say that I stopped looking for that piece of you.
Nice. I thought GIVÄON sounded great there. I thought GIVÄON would work really well on a track with Joji, and he did. Now, what you also notice with a lot of Joji tracks, they're not super long, so Joji has a finite time to wrap the listener in. It's not the end of the world if you don't fall into it, because quite often that song is going to be quite a quick track. So I think Joji's music, some of the tracks, they can have more investment from myself when I listen, but I often kind of go, well, if a song's not hitting me, more often than not, I kind of blink and we're on to the next track already. So for the most part, this album's grabbed me instrumentally. There's been a couple of points where it's just been a little bit slower to grab my attention quickly, but that point remains that often we're kind of moving on to the next song.
my heart beat fast. Too soon and I'm way too attached. You're the best that I ever had. This the first time, I hope it lasts. Kind of face that you can't unsee. Kind of love that you can't just leave. Fuck me up, cut me up past 3. But I love when it's just for me. She said nice to meet you, nice to know ya, and left me at the Hotel California. Don't know what it means, guess I'm a goner. Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater. Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater. Thought of you, make my heart beat fast. Too soon and I'm way too attached.
Yeah,
You're the best that I ever
his flow is
had.
just
That's the first time, I hope it lasts.
just works, doesn't it?
I think she's right where I want her. There she goes like a wave to the water.
Really nice beat. Again, one of those tracks where Joji
Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater.
just could really flow on that beat. That synth, that rising synth is working well. The hi-hat.
Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater.
Yeah, I like that one. A lot of these tracks are starting with that kind of slightly out of tune guitar.
I was on the tarmac, pushing feelings way back. I keep waiting to not care. I was on the tarmac, trying to find my way back. Won't you
Yeah.
take me?
It's gonna be that TikTok feel from Nectar.
Pushing feelings way back. I keep waiting to not care. I was on the tarmac, trying to find my way back. Won't you take me there? Someone said I used to be a lab rat. I was on the tarmac, pushing feelings way back, pretending it don't hurt. But I was swimming 9 laps, take our time back, day by day.
Bruh,
Waiting for the time lapse, tell me how you did that. I keep waiting.
I like this track a lot, man.
I keep waiting.
Oh, yeah. Well done, Joji. That was a great track. I love that one. Going back to that for sure. Oh, man. Super lo-fi beat.
I cannot pretend. I cannot pretend. Something about you can't get out my head. Can't get out my head. And if you do come back, may your forehead touch the ground.
It's that piano and the beat.
And again.
I don't even know it's piano. It's a harp.
Ain't no room for friends.
Oh, man. It's a great beat, Joji. Oof. Oh, great track. Man, I love these last 2 songs. Fantastic.
This room could be haunted, a vision to the blind. Wishing sleep held me in her arms forever.
Hey, Joji.
Shadows dance around perfectly, blurring up the lines. Hallucinations start to intertwine. I open my eyes.
Oh my god.
Her face lingers on the walls. She's stuck on rewind in my mind. I try to move on, but the past won't leave my path.
Oh my god.
Like the wind between the chimes.
I'm turning this one up, man.
Holding on to what we had
I need to feel this one in my veins, bro.
A single note in my persistent, hopeless lullabies. I know that I can't sleep forever. I open my eyes. Her face lingers on the walls.
Oh,
She's stuck on rewind in my mind. I try to move on, but the past won't leave my bed. Her face lingers on the walls. She's stuck on rewind in my mind. I try to move on, but the past won't leave my bed.
wow. Man, that was a classic Joji. That really was. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. That is a classic Joji track. That's that glimpse of us. That's that, like I do. That's a slow dancing in the dark. That's, you know what I'm saying. It just, beautiful track. His falsetto, instrumentation. He knows what he's doing when he's writing those tracks, and he nails them 9 times out of 10. Man, I just so beautiful. I love when we hear tracks like that. The album doesn't need to be songs like that for every single track. They don't. I think what's good about Joji is he tastefully pops those very intimate, emotional ballads into the albums really tastefully. That was no different. I feel like we hadn't got a track like that until this point. And that song there, I'm sure it's been played a lot. I'm sure it's getting a lot of hits because it is one of those very easy songs to fall into, very emotional, very heart-wrenching, and for many, when you hear that track, it can either take you back to a time where you felt a certain feeling like that, or it can really help you if you're experiencing that feeling right now. And those tracks there, they're intense, but they can often be so healing for many. Oh man, great track. Shout out to Joji, man.
Been in my head a couple days, not sure about what to say. It could go so many ways, but I know that if I walk up in this place, I'ma see your face. Kudos, no wait, fuck that. You chose your fate, stuck with that, hung up in my face. Can't take it back, just fade to black.
I like this song title. Can't see shit in the club. Yeah. I can't see. Yeah, it's a nice beat as well.
It's so damn hard to see. It's so damn hard to see in here. It's so damn hard to see. It's so damn hard to see in here.
Yeah, this one's much more like a scene setter of sorts. He's not doing anything too crazy on this track. but it's just kind of adding to the thematics of this album. I think in isolation this track would just be quite, need a little bit more to it, but in the context of the album and how it flows, I think it is quite solid and works quite well. That is intense. Not expecting that.
It's almost magic, lost in translation, moving mountains, you and I, caught in the middle, like in the 2000s, Baby, nothing lasts forever, God, there's so much greater. Sharing this time, we'll find each other later and see it through together. We can live it out again twice.
Yeah, this track's interesting. We'll have to go back to this one, man. Like, very overstimulated. Kind of that pixelated kisses feel from the intro itself. And then just going to this, like, very fast-paced record. Like, at times it's very slow in patches, and then we ramp up speed very quickly. This track's got Yeat on it. I feel like it should be hectic, right? Don't know. I feel like some of that distortion should come back on a track like this, right?
I must be looking through rose-colored lenses. I'm stressing. I was from out of town, baby, you guessed it. Invested. Don't let the door hit you out when you exit. No blessings. Hope you remember a song, girl, I'm listening. I'll miss it.
To begin it, I'm starting to feel like it's never gonna finish. She know we can get drunk every week, and she know I can fuck her one time. She know she don't wanna lose, but she don't. Yeah, she gon' gamble, but always know. I might be drunk, I might be off the edge. Yeah, get you off the swivel, got you off the ledge.
Fair few of these songs have started and I've kind of been like unsure. I love that sing. But they often grab me, which is really cool. I think Yeat's verse when it started, I was a bit, but as he kept flowing, I was like, this is working. It was working. It was a fun track. Much like many of these songs, they've been able to grab me, even on the songs where I've kind of been like a little bit unsure at first. Silhouette, man.
I am just a shadow, don't take offense. Sad song chasing on me, I'm up the fence. Left off, had me running across the map. Act up, moving dummy, a silhouette. Wrapped up, look around me, there's nothing left. I'm just a little birdie stuck in the nest. Maybe every 2:30 I go to rest. Surely I am always learning, just build a test. I am just a shadow, don't take offense. Sad song chasing on me, I'm up the fence.
And I went up in range.
Across the map, act up, moving dummy, a silhouette. Wrapped up, look around me, there's nothing left. I'm just a little birdie stuck in the nest. Maybe every 2:30 I go to rest. Surely I am always learning, just build a test.
Oh man, this is the one with Don Toliver, bro. I need to check out his new album too.
I can't promise you forever. All I'm asking for is pieces of you. For pieces of you. I can't put you back together.
I like that.
All I'm asking for is pieces of you. For pieces of me.
Sitting on my bathroom floor. I can't take no more. You know you my vacation. I just need some dedication. Pull around your house, I'm
Right, Don, man. It's the Don, man.
you at the destination. In and out your house for weeks. We just fuck barely speak. Talking in tongues. We been alive. In and out your house for a week. Making love on the beach. Doing shit we never speak of.
Yeah, that synth works really solid, and it's been pretty solid on a bunch of these tracks. I think Don really slid on this track. That collab I didn't know I needed. Don Toliver and Joji really flowed together. Great chemistry on that song.
Do or die. I forgive, but I still remember. Hold it down, human touch. Fuck a check, fuck it up. On the map, light it up. She can see the future, and it's going up. They never show me love, give me loyalty. I say Godspeed, I'm in the shade. I'm still burning up, carried on my back, and it's all in the legs. And it's all in the legs. Keep it on my shoulder and I feel it every day. Strange, oh, it's all I think about, it's easy.
Man, super quirky. Some of these beats, it has been very experimental.
Strange, oh, we can work this out. 30 million miles, make it back and stop. Strange, oh, things that fall apart. Felt that from the start. Felt that in my heart.
We're up to the final track on this album. It's been an interesting ride. Piss in the Wind. Still, crazy album title. I feel like he's been very experimental on this record, very scene setting. A lot of these tracks feel like not interludes per se, but they just add to the scene setting or the mise en scene for those media people out there. The mise en scene of this record. They don't essentially give you a full taste of a full track. They give you almost like an interlude of sorts between the tracks. I guess they are interludes. Go back on my statement. But I don't know if that makes sense. It just feels like they piece together each track or each section of this album. I wonder how he's going to end this record.
How could I forget? Will I see you again? Will I see you again? Christian Dior. Destroy the sweater. Destroy the sweater.
Wow. Piss in the Wind. When I first listened to his last two records, Nectar and Smithereens, I do think that following the last track, I felt a lot more understanding of my thoughts on the album, and both tracks, both albums I really did enjoy. Piss in the Wind feels a little bit different. I do feel like there were some tracks that were a bit polarizing to me in terms of those transition tracks. I think there were points where I was probably longing a bit more depth in some of the lyricism, in terms of more lyrics to some of the tracks, but it's also one of those albums that I am very keen to go back to. I'm a strong believer in albums taking time, especially with artists you love. You know, it's important to say what hits you, what doesn't hit you, but I think it's also really important to take your time on music. And I definitely will be doing this with Piss in the Wind. Joji's an artist that I'll always be listening to, so this album will get a fair few playthroughs, and I will try to work out whether I'm a big fan of those transition tracks. There's obviously some absolute standouts. I think the intro track, Pixelated Kisses, is a slap to the face, but it is a fun slap to the face. It feels like that is such a banger, just how distorted everything is. It was so jarring at first, but as the track progressed, I very much was like, yeah, okay, I like this. I feel where we're going here, and it's very good. I liked Hotel California. I also really liked Tarmac. Tarmac was a fantastic track. Gave me that TikTok feel from Nectar, which is one of my favorites off that album. Now, Past Won't Leave My Bed is a very classic Joji track. It's got that glimpse of us feel. Feels like the glimpse of us of Piss in the Wind. And a track that I definitely will be going back to a fair bit. Super, super charismatic in the way he delivers that track. I enjoyed the fact that this album was a lot longer than Smithereens. Smithereens was fantastic, but I did feel like I wanted more. Here I felt like we hit a nice, 21 tracks, but they are, those Joji style shorter tracks. So you can kind of move through them quite quickly. And like I said earlier, I think it works quite well in Joji's favor. If there's a track or a soundscape that doesn't really hit you, the listener will only really need to be listening to those tracks for up to 2 minutes usually. So you can kind of keep moving through the album pretty quickly, and it won't stop you, I think, from progressing through the record. But yeah, shout out to Joji, man. I'm so glad he is continuing to make music. He really is a legend and has some of his discography highlights various points in my life. So always have time of day for Joji. And I was really grateful to check out this record and super keen to go back to it and kind of flesh out my thoughts on this record. And finally, it's just good to be checking out new music. Like I said at the front of this video, life has been hectic and it's been really difficult to stop and find time to do stuff like this. And this stuff's really important to me. And yeah, it means a lot to be able to sit down and do this, just for my own well-being and something I love to do. So Shout out to y'all. If this is your first time checking out one of my reactions, I have listened to Smithereens on the channel if you're interested. And I've got a single reaction, a glimpse of us very, very early in the channel's days. And yeah, that was an emotive ride for sure. That was Piss in the Wind by Joji. My name is Caveman Jack. Take care, everybody. And I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.
I try to make